Hello.
Hello, I'm going to be reading once again from the same book.
Yeah, this is the next part of the same topic. We were in the last video talking about the black people, right, and their origin,
Well, all races, really.
all races, and the
But
last one was the black people.
yes,
And we said that we are invading, really,
no, the two
their globe.
races are invading.
The two races
I used
invasive.
to think that like um brown, like what do you call them? Well, my type of skin color. I used to think that it was a mix of both races, black and white. But now I know that it's not. In some cases it is. In some case, like most cases, it's not.
No, but it's a mix of maybe whites and the pal or pa,
Payan.
payo.
Those who say that man comes from some sort of species of ape do
You
not.
heard that? Sorry, Laila.
Mhm.
Can you explain this? The name of the Nigeriasi of this
Oh, this
earth?
earth, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah.
please.
And for last, on this global, on this terrestrial globe that that we now inhabit, called Nicriasi, in the beginning, also Lilliput. There's two quotes there. I'll go to the first one in Nicriasi. Nicriasi means those of a black seed, meaning those who possess
Ni is the meaning
black
is black.
physical aspect.
Hair or girl is the people, and asi is like in the word Nazi. For real, that asi is a seed. So the Aryan or the Nazis, they were after defense of their race. So that's why the race is the Sith, or the how you say, the people.
Oh yeah,
It's only their
Nazis
people.
were racist, right? If I don't,
Yeah, but that's why the
the
whole war was for only the protection of their race, the white race in Germany. So that's the story, and this is the origin of this word. So Nigeriasi, and we see today there still exists the name of a country in Africa that is called Niger or Nigeria.
Nigeria, yeah,
Nigeria,
in English it's
Nigeria,
Nigeria.
and that's the origin of that name.
Now we'll go to the second quote on the second name of this earth called Leleput.
In the beginning, it was Nigeriasi, or Nigeriasi, right? And then it changed.
They changed
The Payan put the name, changed
Lilliput.
the name of Leleput,
Lilliput.
Lilliput, right? Like in the movie, right? You heard of it? If not, it was the movie Gulliver's Travel, right?
And then it says here on the quote, this denomination was given to it by the Pale of Pale to the earth. Its
Pale-
significance,
Pale is the race of the Ispanie, right?
it's like Asian people, no?
Like, yeah,
It
like the
explains-
Spanish, like Spanish. And Eliezer called them a lot of like Spanish people. The Spanish people is the same race. But nowadays the Spanish are all mixed up. But in the ancient times, they
They
existed
were
already.
white.
Already the Spanish people, they were white.
No. Later they became white or something. But anyways, I'm going to keep. It says the quote: "Its significance is of the small Earth who is very productive or exotic."
Exuberant. It's the same.
Exuberant. Exotic. Yeah.
Like Leleput, the sound le or li is the same thing. The sound e or I, the letter I and the letter e is the same thing, but in Spanish the I is pronounced e. So li or le is the meaning for the meaning of this word or this sound is earth or land, if you want. So
Oh yeah, in English it's very hard to notice these changes because we had the great vowel change. I think that's what it's called. Because
yeah,
like the letter E, you say it sounds like E, but if you add an H after it, it sounds like eh.
yeah. So it's very complicated in English. So, but if you're learning Spanish or know some words in Spanish, you know the e in Spanish it sounds like eh. So the word le, even in here in Mexico, we are in Mexico. So
It means earth,
means earth,
ground,
ground, or property, or land,
or
right?
even a rock.
Even a rock, or even it has a lot of
Meanings.
meanings, but basically is the land, right? So when we put this together, double li, it means it's like a little, yeah, right?
Oh yeah,
Like
because
a
repeating
small,
something like when you see a cute rabbit or kitten, whatever, you say tiny, tiny, tiny.
yeah, or
And
cute if you want.
no, like to make emphasis on the Lee put is being repeated 2 times. Lee. That makes it little, no? It
Yeah,
have said two
that's
times.
basically that meaning. That is small.
That's why
Oh,
it means the small earth that is very
so
productive.
put is the word for productive, right? Like very fertile.
Let's leave
So
it at it. Let's leave
so
it at that.
yeah. So the Lilliput is a small planet, but it's very exuberant. So this small planet, just imagine how big are their planets. So the BalEden is very immense, very big. So if you think this globe or this Earth
It's massive.
is massive, it's not.
Then
So
you're an even punier ant than you thought.
yeah,
Um, mm, mm, said here.
and if you're interested in know how we know for sure that this is the right
Ooh.
information, we everyone can prove, everyone can test this
You,
knowledge,
you
but it's
go
very
and
difficult.
search. You go and search a book called
Los Bere,
Bede,
Los Bere.
and then you gotta study on yourself because if you just go saying nah, it isn't true. There's science. Then just like you should
Yeah,
already be out of here.
it's
Pause the
this
video.
is very scientific because this is followed by a traduction, a translation, or of symbols that are very deaf today. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we can demonstrate a little in the next videos if you
Oh,
if you want.
let's do a transcription thing and explaining thing of the already
Yeah,
made
because we already did
translations.
it.
It's gonna be really omega hard in English because, like, no offense, the language has very little. I see very little resemblance.
For us that we understand a little Spanish, we're lucky because we're lucky really because the Spanish is it has a lot of words that are still today very similar for the ancient language called Elengo. English has only 10 or 15% of it, and the language now that is still exists today that has a lot of similarities is the language, the Basque language. So, but it only has 80% of the similarities. But Spanish has a lot of, and the French has a lot of similarities. But English only has 10 or 15%.
I think it was marked as 15. Wait, it says
So, if you want,
the war in the skies. It says here
the war in the skies, of the skies.
of the skies. Has time passed?
That's Star Wars, right? This could be a movie, right? This could be very, very easily a movie. So
Actually, most movies are made from this.
yeah, a lot of movies are taken from this real history. So or even sometimes by inspiration, or sometimes they know directly for a source from a source. I don't know, but you're gonna hear it, okay?
As time passed, the Edwin reached great, great quantities of knowledge in all sciences.
Pardon.
Soon they acquired the sufficient technology to commence massive voyages across the cosmos and astros, and explore and habit other globes among the stars. And the Edwin spun around the infinite sky after numerous explorations, each time each one further than the other one before. They managed to detect the two other races of human beings developed in Ispania and Nigeriasi.
Nigeriasi.
They observed them and studied them during a certain time without interfering in their respective civilizations. They discovered their qualities as well as their imperfections. All of this occurred in a period of time, in a century, that they decided to cross this. That they decided to cross this vast BalEden.
The BalEden is like a
The Milky Way.
like is the Milky Way, but in Latin it's called BalEden.
It's a mess.
It's a mess, but because
Especially in English.
it's not milky. It's not. It's all. It's all. For the contrary.
I remember the official explanation that happened. So basically, at first it was BalEden at first, and then after I have no idea who conquered it, but it was BalEden after that. So then when the Latins came, they removed. I think they removed the wrong A, thinking that A was meaning the.
Mm-hmm.
And then they thought that the only reasonable explanation
Lactus
would be lactus.
Lactus de la leche, the milk, milky, but it's not milk. It's not even it's not even populated of stars. It's for the contrary,
defined in here
void of stars.
As like no space.
Is empty or
lacking space.
Is lacking of stars. There are no stars there. So it's a big dark space between two regions. in
Imagine
space.
massive black pitch darkness.
So it's very difficult to get across. But the Edoan race, the white race, did it.
They reached across the other
They
side
reached across because they managed to travel
and
first,
found the Spanish
and
race.
they found the Spanish, the the Spanish people, they
Mm.
so-called Payen or Payos
They
in
look
Spanish.
like Asiatic, no, but with
Like
darker skin.
like Asiatic, like a little like Asian people, like so, with the eyes, black eyes, but with
Black hair,
brown
skin.
skin. So
Oh, in English, it's very. I think I should clear this out. The brown
brown.
is most of the time how black people have it. Oh, so when we say brown, we mean like slightly darker than our skin tone, or it's
Yeah, a lot more. Yeah, like people in maybe Bolivia or something, or in Peruvian people,
oh,
or
like most Mexicans, no?
yeah, almost Mexicans in the
There are white
Oaxaca region,
Mexicans, but we mean the non-white.
or the Native American people, the so-called American Native people.
No,
But
they're whiter
yeah, a
than
little bit more. But the so-called the Pueblo people or something. But or like the Apache people, right?
oh,
Apache,
no, no
maybe,
idea.
or the Inuit in Alaska or in Canada.
No idea. Um, anyways, they ask themselves what was on the other side. That because there were images that they received across
They could see in their screens,
devices.
in their
Says that they
devices,
had devices of information
but not clearly.
that
So they
would not
decided to
reach
travel there.
clearly. That is how they discovered the globe of Ispania. That was immense, colossal.
Hispania. That's curious because Hispania
Hispania.
is like España.
Oh,
Hispania, it means uh, is is the property of Pa, or is the land of Pa, or the globe or Pa, of Pa. Pa is the son. Pa is the father God. That's why
the Egyptian god, no?
yeah, it's like that's why we use the word papa or papa, or the word dad in the familiar word, right? In even English,
Or
you
in
say
English, I've heard some people say
pa
papa. I've
papa.
heard other people say daddy.
The Russians say the papa. The French say
No,
papa.
in English, I mean what I mean is like it's a known term.
Yeah,
You hear papa, you
everyone
hear
knows. Everyone
mama,
knows
you know.
who's that. Is Papa or Pop? Pop
Or pop. Yeah, pop.
Pop is the grandfather, but is the male figure, right? So that's the Pa is Ra, the Egyptian god of the sun. That's Pa.
And on this globe, uh, there was a race of humans different to them, although very similar in their physical aspect, in the physical appearance. Morphology wise, I think that's a word. I'm not exactly sure if it means something else. And oops, morphology.
Morphology.
Mm.
Yeah, that's right.
They were immersed in a premature civilization.
Hmm.
Those that were in charge acted with the most basic instincts,
We
with the
call
most
them
low instinct.
so-called savages, right?
Savage. Yeah, savage. Um, those oppressed in a merciless way, their subjects, their servants
Yeah,
that lived in constant fear. They were docile and manageable below the governing power because of their characteristics,
afraid.
always afraid and dedicated to be servants. But in general, the servants were not were not were not bad
Bad
people.
people. That's why they were servants, because they were too
Good.
good to be
To
the
rebel.
boss. Only they were only the boss. But you're gonna read that.
Uh-huh. In them, the mold of the original man had suffered a sensible amount of mutations, uh, mainly because of the placenta that formed them originally, and after to the atmosphere, very not very ideal that they breathed. Because of these causes, because of these reasons, and for the strange influence of that planet inhabited by their ancestrals.
We can say the lack of oxygen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. Because the oxygen is very important. So that's the atmosphere in that planet.
Oh, hold on. I actually read something wrong here. It says that planet was habited by ancient shadowy creatures.
Yeah.
Actually, shadowy is too light of a word. Like
Which word?
hellish creatures.
Yeah.
For ancient hellish creatures. So I don't even think I want to imagine how those things look like. The creatures habiting with them.
So this is a tenebrous planet. This is like in the movies, no? Right? In the movies, when you see a shadowy planet or a shadowy land or kingdom, right? Where the villain is
The
like
right
that. It's
word
like
is hellish.
hellish.
Shadowy is too light in my opinion.
Right.
Because shadowy is like, I don't know. Imagine like sad.
Yeah.
Uh, Anyways, the Pale talked. No, the Pale had been created. Had been
Mm,
created
they were
for the worst.
incarnate the very worst.
Oh yeah, they were the incarnation of the. They were the living incarnation of the worst and most somber,
Residing in the
habiting the very heart of
Ra.
Ra.
Ra. Ra is the sun. Ra is Pa. Ra is the sun. It's not anything else than the sun. But this race always adored the sun. So they call themselves the sons of Ra, the sons of the Pa,
Oh,
the
in
sons of the
English,
sun.
that's a very good coincidence. That like how you say sun,
Sun.
the same exact way that you say the sun. You say your son, the sun. It's the exact same.
Is like for each this father, this son. All right, no?
Yeah,
It's a
similarity.
yeah, but we excuses because our
We
native
drift
language
away.
is very very difficult to translate that. But with these similarities, I mean, exists everywhere in every language. So when we know more of another language, we find every time the similarities and coincidences, and we don't know how they are or what's their origin, right?
And God, seeing the natural state of lament of those humans, he thought of the possibility to develop their intelligence with these and find the solution to their physical problems, social problems, and
And the
mind
soul
problems.
or spiritual,
So
like
mental
it's
health,
mental, no, spiritual. It's the right
spiritual
word.
health. Mm. He decided then to take some of them among the most qualified representatives of the palace to Edenga. He he thought he thought it would be best to teach them sciences, the the traditions and customs the the Edu, with the hope that these would learn and develop the good qualities of the soul. And according to his will, the the palace lived among the Edu, learning knowledge and technology.
Sorry, uh, this story is gonna continue. It's a long story, but
Okay.
we're gonna make a cut here because we don't wanna make those videos too long. But it's okay. We can start again. Sorry, we appreciate your time and your view. If you
I
consider
understand.
this very interesting, continue to watch our videos because this story is just beginning, right?
Hmm?
So we see you in the next video. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laila. See you next time.